edition of the Seaman show. Um, Today I decided to do a tutorial on Star-Lord. Surprise, surprise. So I'm with him because I need to change up things and that, and I don't feel like going through it. There's two different builds for him that are really good, and so I'm gonna actually just take him into the danger room.
For the last time, Deadpool, I'm not Gamora. Not all green people look the same.
Bring that over the normal. And go to the headquarters. Don't ask me why. So there's actually two different builds to being able to... Oh, that's the danger room, not the training room. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the one. Now, there's two different types that I like dealing with him. If you're going against like boss battles and that, and you want to do more strong single target, this is the one I like to choose. So you got this here, creates fire right underneath their feet, hits them pretty hard. Of course, you got your signature there. Now, these two moves stay the same no matter what. It allows you for some AoE in the process when fighting bosses. But here is the part where things start to differ a little bit. Okay, so this here is the Elemental Blast. Now, through the talent section of the Elemental Blast, you come over here, and it says ammo loading powers reload plasma instead of elemental ammo. So instead of freezing things or slowing them down or whatever, it just basically it shoots two sets of bullets directly at the target. But that's not where things start to get interesting. Okay, you get a 25% brutal strike in the process of this. So when you're using elemental shot and that becomes empty and snapshot and deals 25% more damage, but does not benefit the elemental ammo effect. So then we got here the powers that spend plasma ammo get an extra 10%. So you're still able to get that 10% and the crit strike, but it won't act like it normally does. So, and then we're going to come down here, and this is the last one that pertains to this. It increases the elemental damage by 50%. Here's the kicker. Ammo reloader power automatically sets. So when you use the elementals, it actually resets the whole thing. Which, you know, when I bring into effect, you got the orbital strike, which drops 2 bombs down. That's your signature. So you always want to have that going, just so that it keeps stacking up for you. And this one here is where you have strafe, so you don't have to press the strafe button. It does it every 8 seconds. So, which is pretty much what you would have to wait for. And instead of putting it on the bar, you might as well just let it go. So, now we have that going. Here's how this works. Alright. You got the elemental going, so you hit elemental, fire. Okay. And you can see where the cycling goes through. When you're waiting on that, you can shoot him with that and drain him if you want to. Just as kind of a filler. And you can drop that down and do this at the same time and do whatever you want to, but if you can cycle through it really quick, you can take down bosses pretty easily. Even those big loader dudes that drive you crazy and Doom's Castle tend to go down pretty quick, just for the sake of it. Okay. So, that was his ultimate. It's pretty lame looking, but it like wipes him out and does a lot of damage. Let me look here at how much damage it actually does. Level 1, it adds 810 rating. You have unlimited plasma ammo, so you're never going to run out of ammo during that period of time. So once you drop that, for 20 seconds, you can just sit there and blast away and not have any issues. stuns them for 3 seconds, and then that's how much damage it does to mini bosses and bosses. So it's not an instant wipe for those guys, kind of like Scarlet Witch's was it Unmake Reality. So, but it's a lot more powerful than hers. All right. So then I also wanted to point out the other side of the spectrum here. Now you always want the elemental, okay? So we're actually going to take out this guy here and put that one in, and this guy here, and put him here. And then put him up here. Okay. Now this can go, this is your AoE setup. Okay. And I'm going to show you why. The cooldowns are pretty decent on it. You want to make sure though that you have either fire or one of these in here, no matter what. Okay. You change out a couple talents here. So first of all, you got this one here, okay, which works out pretty good. If you're gonna do multiples, is this the one? Loader power. Yeah, this is it. Okay, and there's actually a reason why I choose this way. Alright, so we're gonna do this. So if you want to be like an AoE guy, this is the other way to set up. This is, alright, so we're gonna start with dropping fire. Okay, you just took those guys out there. Hit that. Okay, lots of damage in the process here. You drop that. I remember you still need ammo for these guys over here, so you kind of drop that in, drop that down, finish it off, and cycle. Now, if you need to, you can get rid of either the cryo or the gravity, and put in another one of these here. If you find yourself running through too much ammo, sometimes that happens, so you just kind of change this out here, and we'll switch to alright, we'll go with that. I like the gravity more because if I'm about to use my signature, I try to throw the gravity, it grabs everybody, pulls them in, then I drop the signature twice on them, and it does some massive damage. So if you need to, you got that going. Yeah, do that. Okay, you can't see it with the gravity there, but okay, so if I throw the gravity there, everything goes there. So then I drop it down, and it does some nice damage there. Okay, and you'll have Strife slowly going. You don't know which direction will come in every 8 seconds. So even if you're doing a lunge thing, so if you give me 1 second here. Okay. Oh, he's being a jerk. There we go. Alright. So you got the stripe thing, it just kind of appears. Every once in a while I'm running in a different direction, it'll just go off. So, so that in a nutshell is how you play as Star-Lord. I mean, it's basically you use the different elements to be able to gain all your ammo up really fast. So these are like your reloads. You don't have to use them for what they are, but if you want to use them, every time you do one of these, it does an elemental shot. And that elemental shot can be repeated depending on what your talents are, or you can have it set up for your elemental blast setup. And that's what I did the first time around. So, again, 2 ways to play. Very fun character, does a lot of damage if you set him up right. I'll let you take a look here at what his gear is for the moment. Just some crit hit, little bit of fighting, a little bit of energy. You know, I'm not even really fixed up that well. I have the curse gem on him, of course, because you want to make sure you get your crits and brutals up a little bit, because he shoots really fast, so it's not going to be that hard to be able to get him out there. But you also want a nice base damage to go with it. So there you go. That is Star-Lord in a nutshell. Have a wonderful day.